Yeah. All praises Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. My video recorder cut off, and so I gotta do this work and defeat the lambs of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Yeah, basically today I want to try and do my first camp and to see how it goes. And I never tried to do a camp before, but this is how I'm gonna try to do it by myself. Mark chapter 8 verse 36. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and yet forfeit his soul? Yeah, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul through wickedness and through being deceptive and trading worldly success for wickedness for a season? You know, Yahweh Bashem and Yahushua is not pleased by that. Amos chapter 8 verse 11 through 13. Look, the days are coming, declares the Lord God, when I will send a famine throughout the land, not a famine of food or thirst for water, but rather a famine of hearing the words of the Lord. Yeah, Yahweh Bashem and Yahushua is going to send a famine of the word and the prophets. Well, I'll hear basically what I'm doing today. You know, you won't be able to hear or see the truth. Or like when I was looking for the book of the true names on Barnes and Nobles, and I was looking for it, but I couldn't necessarily find it. You know, I was looking for the book. It was gone. I was like a notebook, but then it came back. So that's how it's going to be. You know, people are going to look for the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and not be able to find it. Matthew chapter 7 verse 15. Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but mainly they are ravening wolves. Yeah, you have to be aware of false prophets that come to you and act like they're prophets, but then they are just wolves. They're just out for money, and they're just out for themselves. Matthew chapter 24 verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in their first places. Yeah, nation shall rise against nation, and people and the races will be separate. White people won't be in one area, black people will be in another area, and race war is going down. Romans chapter 11 verse 7. What then? What the people of Israel sought to so earnestly, they did not obtain. The elect among them did, but the others were blinded. Yeah, people that are blinded to the truth. They don't know who Esau is. They don't know what his blessing is. They don't know the true names of the Father and the Son. You know, you have people that are just blinded. They don't know what's going on. They don't know martial law's coming. They don't know what's coming down. Psalm chapter 68 verse 17. The chariots of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai are 20,000, and even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai, the holy place. Yeah, the so-called UFOs, chariots, are coming. You know, just like in the movie Independence Day. You know, that's the salvation of Israel, blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and they're going to beam us up. You know, if you're the elect, because all of us are the hopeful elect. Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 10. Therefore fathers shall eat their sons in their midst, and sons shall eat their fathers, and I will execute judgment on you. And any of you who survive, I will scatter you to all the winds. Yeah, cannibalism is coming down, and it's really going to happen. Cannibalism is going to happen, and it's really going to be a hard time, because the grocery stores are going to be empty, but the Yahweh Bashim Yahushai servants will eat. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 19 through 20. Though the wrath of the Lord of hosts, the land is scattered, and the people are like fuel for the fire. No one spares another. They slice meat on the right but are still hungry, and they devour on longer, are not satisfied. Each devours the flesh of his own arm. Yeah, the famine will be so bad, people will turn to cannibalism and start eating themselves because they're so hungry, you know. And Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai, sees that, you know. That's a judgment that cannibalism is a judgment of Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai. Romans chapter 12, verse 10. Be kindly affectionate to one another with brotherly love and preferring one another. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 1. Let brotherly love continue. Yeah, brotherly love is encouraging people in this walk, and you know, when we sin, we can lift each other up, you know, because we all sin, and our works are as filthy rags, and none of us are any good. But when people sin, you know, you lift them up and say, hey, dust yourself off and keep going. You know, keep going. Dust yourself off and keep going, and you build up your brother. Psalm chapter 62, verse 8. Trust in him at all times, O people. Pour out your heart before him as a refuge. Yahweh is a refuge for us slain. Yeah, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai is a refuge for his people. You know, yeah, he's there. He's there for us. He helps us, and he's gonna deliver us. Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, Go out throughout the city of Jerusalem, put a mark on the foreheads of those who grieve and lament for all the detestable things that are done. Yeah, all the things that are done in a society, you know, Babylon. You know, people can shut down their innocent, you know, same-sex marriage. You know, greed. You know, greedy companies. You know, I definitely don't like that. You know, greed that definitely hurts me, because my experience with companies that care about only the bottom line, you know, I don't like that. You know, because if I own the company, the employees would come first. You know. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, and I make alive. I won't, and I heal, and neither is any that can deliver out of my hand. Yeah, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai is completely in control of everything. He kills, he heals, he makes alive, you know. Anytime, you know, someone that I know that just got shot by a random person, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai did that. You know, he wounds, he heals, he kills, he makes alive. He's in control of everything. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16 through 19. These 6 things doth the Lord hate, ye are 7, and are an abomination unto him. A proud lip, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked imaginations, and feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among his brother. Yeah, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai hates all that. You know, he hates people that are not honest. You know, just like when I was confronted about stealing, when I worked at Bob Evans, and the general manager came right to me and asked me if I was stealing the server's tips, and I wasn't, and I really wasn't. But if someone was stealing, and they said that they weren't, that'd be speaking lies, So you have to be honest in all situations. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty. Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai knows who his people is. There is no controversy. There is no controversy at all. To me, at least. I don't know about how other people feel. There's no controversy. He knows who his people are, and he's in control. And what he wants is happening. So, So, but 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 blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans as a nation were poor, and Yahweh Shem Yahweh is in control of the whole thing, of the whole situation. And we were brought here into American conquered slave ships because we were disobedient, and we got to be obedient. John chapter 1 verse 3. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. Yeah. How about Shimmy How Shai has made everything. Look at the sky. Look at the trees. You know, he has made everything and he's in control of everything. Genesis chapter 9 verse 1. Then God blessed Noah and his sons, saying to them, be fruitful and increase in number and fill the earth. Yeah, after the flood, after God judged the world by the flood, Yahweh Shem Yahweh said, increase, be fruitful, and multiply the earth, after he destroyed it by the flood. Psalm chapter 19, verse 1. The heavens declare the glory of the skies, proclaim the work of his hands. Yeah, just being thankful for Yahweh Shem Yahweh's creation. We can't say I can't say enough how neat his creation is and everything he's done. James chapter 2 verse 13. For judgment is shown without mercy to the one who showed no mercy. Mercy triumphs over judgment. Yeah, basically our whole time here in Babylon, blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, we have been shown no mercy. So Yahweh Shem Yahweh will show no mercy. Matthew chapter 12 verse 36. I tell you, on the day of judgment, people will give an account for every careless word they speak. Yeah, just like every word we speak or I speak, Yahweh Shem Yahweh will give an account. He'll judge us for everything. Just like how Bishop Nate has called people bums and they're broke and they ain't got no money. Bishop Nate should really apologize for calling people bums, and he really should apologize for that. Because I come from private school, and I don't act like I'm better than everybody else, and I'm humble, but when Bishop Nate started calling people names and talking down to them, that's not humble. So Bishop Nate should apologize, and his camp is the one that woke me up, and he really should apologize. 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 3. For the time is coming when people will not endure sound doctrine, but have itching ears. They will accumulate for themselves teachers to suit their own passions. Yeah, people will accumulate teachers to hear what they want to hear. They want money. That's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear about the judgments that are coming. The famine, everything going down. They just want to hear what they want to hear. They want to hear the truth of Yahweh Shem Yahweh. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Yeah, you take the vaccine, you don't have to wear the mask no more. Here in Ohio, they're getting ready to lift the mask order, but when people see this, they'll say peace and safety, but the sudden destruction will come. Micah chapter 2, verse 10 through 12. Arise and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. Yeah, we got to depart this place. We were brought here to be punished and corrected by Yahweh Shem Yahweh, not to make this place our rest. This place is not our rest. We have to be corrected by Yahweh Shem Yahweh. Matthew 24 verse 13. But he who endures to the end shall be saved. Yeah, we have to endure to the end. to be saved. You have to push through. You have to keep pushing. Just like I come from the disability world. I have autism. I still got to keep pushing. I can't make excuses. I still got to push through. So never quit and keep pushing. First Timothy chapter 4 verse 8. For bodily exercise profiteth little, but godliness is profitable to all things, having promise of the life that now is and which is to come. Yeah, I just bicycled today all the way down to another city, and bodily exercise profiteth little. It doesn't profit much. Bodily exercise does not profit. And I talked about how I never had a dream car, but I had a dream bicycle. So I'm content with what I have. I could just have a regular car and be satisfied, but so but Proverbs chapter 1 verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despises wisdom and instruction. Yeah, the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is the beginning of knowledge. The fear of the Lord, that's the way to be. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, and you should fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because that's the beginning of knowledge. Okay. Revelation chapter 14, verse 3. And they sang, as it were, a new song before the throne and before the four living creatures and the elders. And no one was able to could learn that song except the 144,000 who were redeemed for the earth. Basically the new song that's being sang, no one can learn it except for the man of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We're able to learn this new song. Full doctrine of the Bible, the man of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. The strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. Yeah, basically, basically the strangers, basically, me, because I am a stranger, and I'm not really part of any organization. I'm independent. I'm not in any camp. I'm by myself. And basically, I'm a stranger to Great Millstone, because I desire truth, and I want to know the 100% truth of the Bible. That's my desire. Isaiah chapter 65 verse 12. Therefore I will number you to the sword, and ye shall bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes. And then they did choose that were I delight not. Yeah, the sinners, the people, the blacks, Latinos, Native Americans that continue to be rebellious against Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the Lord has numbered them to the sword. The famine, World War III, race wars, FEMA camps, guillotines, you name it. They're numbered to the sword. Amos chapter 9 verse 10. All the sinners among my people will die by the sword. All those who say disaster will not overtake or meet us. Yeah, all the sinners and people of Yahushai will die by the sword. The people, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is putting his foot down and saying all the sinners of my people will die by the sword. So Second Chronicles chapter 15, verse 13. All who will not seek the Lord, Yahweh Shem God, the Lord, the God of Israel, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, were to be put to death, whether small, great, man, or woman. Yeah, everyone that does not seek Yahweh Shem Yahushai will be put to death. And there's no escape judgment. And there's no escaping judgment. Second Corinthians chapter 4, chapter 4, 3, verse 3 4. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, who is the image of Yahweh, who should shine unto them. Yeah, the image of Yahweh, which is Yahushua, should shine unto them. And if our gospel is hid, it's hid to them that are lost. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And the whole land declares the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. 2/3 will be struck down and perish, yet 1/3 shall be left in it. Yeah, the 2/3 of blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to judge and put to death. And they'll be put to death, but the 1/3 shall make it and come through. Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. Woe to those who go down to Egypt for help and rely on horses, who trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but who do not look to the Holy One of Israel nor seek the Lord. Yeah. Woe to people who go down to Egypt for help. The politicians. None of those people work for you. They all belong in the same club. Just like the comedian George Carlin said. It's a big club and you ain't in it. None of those politicians work for the people. They all work for the lobbyists, and just like George W. Bush and John Kerry, they belong in the same club, and there's really no difference, So, and that's why I don't vote or do any of that stuff. Okay, Matthew chapter 24, verse 37 to 39. But as in the days of Noah, where so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day Noah entered into the ark. And they knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also be the Son of Man be. Yeah, like the destruction is coming. World War III is coming. And basically, the Noah had like an ark, like an ark boat that was in the water. This time it's going to be a spiritual ark, a spiritual ark that has to come deliver us, So the spiritual ark has to come. You had an ark that was kind of like a boat, but then this ark is spiritual, and it's a so-called UFO. Psalm chapter 139, verse 14. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul will know right well. Yeah. With my being in a disability world, the autism world, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. I'm different than probably 99% of people. Because through all camps and through all people, you name it. Priest Sabat, Bishop Nate, I'm a bot, and even Great Millstone, I haven't seen anyone really come from the disability world. I haven't seen anyone really like me. So I'm different. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22. How long ye simple ones will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight, and the scorning and the fools hate knowledge? Yeah. How long will people be simple and not know why our forefathers were brought over here in slave ships? You don't look into the Bible deeper. How long will people be simple and not looking into the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua deeper?